Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it.
Hey, you so worried about happily married women.
It's a habit. It's a habit? No, I'm just being silly.
Okay, why she ate that?
Can you speak to Britt kindly and not with an attitude?
Oh.
Me, sweetheart. Okay. What do you mean, why? I have the floor, baby.
Okay, you want a moment. Have your moment.
This is not a moment.
Yeah, it's a big moment.
You know what?
I'm not going to play these childish games.
Well,
Peasants cannot come for its queen.
That was what? You said peasant? I have so many things, though. This is a lot. I said my pistol, so.
Oh.
I don't play them games.
Black girl magic?
I don't play them games. I got whip, pistols, everything. Kenya, you ready? If you don't know, you gonna learn today. Today is the day you gonna learn.
Oh.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Bravo, fucking bravo.
Bravo.
Britt, we're gonna have to talk to you today because I think this episode solidified it for me. You wanted the Kenya Moore experience, and you're about to get it. But y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, won it, securing the bag.
All right, y'all. I am back in town. Y'all, want to tell y'all I went to a wedding, had a beautiful time. Saw my uncle get married. Shout out to him. Woo. It was great. But like I said, I think Brittany wanted the Kenya Moore experience, and she got it. My whole thing with her is the fact that you have been talking about Kenya for the last 3 episodes, and I feel like you felt some type of way because she didn't hug you, she didn't greet you. Okay, wasn't that big of a deal. Cool. And then the end of the episode, I feel like you got upset about her words calling you a peasant when you came for her. But we'll see. So the episode starts with, we see Angela and Brittany. They go out to like a little hike, a little walk, and they're basically talking about, Brittany's over here having sister issues, and Angela's over here having issues with her family as well, and they bond over that. And Angela let Britt know, I want to get all the girls to Bankhead and the bank, and we're gonna have a beautiful time. It's gonna be really cute, all black thing, woo. So I mean, that was really cute, really nice. I do like to see like genuine moments with the girls. So it's just like, it's not always out, not always this. It's just like, girl walking apart, just getting to know each other. We know most of the girls don't even know each other. So yeah, Brittany and her sister. Brittany has a strained relationship with her sister. And Brittany seemed like one of the girls that is like, I got a man now. And her sister said, it's like, you got a man now, so you don't have no time for us. And even when I was in a relationship, even when my friends are in a relationship, we still make time for our friendship. It doesn't take priority, obviously. But if I'm gonna hang out with my friends, I'm gonna hang out with my friends by myself, and maybe sometimes bring my partner, but that's my friendship. It's not really your friendship, it's my friendship. So it's just like, even with my sister, she made time for me, I made time for her. That's just what people do, especially people that aren't obsessed over relationships. I think for me, one of the biggest signs of insecurity and low self-esteem is someone that is always in a relationship and can never be by themselves. That's just for me. That's just something I've seen with, people in my life. So do that with that as you may. Portia goes talk about her business, Pampered by Portia, and she's over here trying to get like more stuff launched off the ground. She's trying to do bigger and better things, use her platform. I mean, she got a whole deal with NBC Universal, so girl, do what you got to do. Shout out to them. And she's meeting with her creative director, and they bring up Drew. They're just like, Drew's over here trying to do photo shoots with my hair, and she was like, I don't get why, she's an employee of mine. She's over, and I was like, she's not really an employee, she's just an ambassador, but I guess so. But she was like, she needs to really be, pump the brakes, girl. We didn't ask you to do that. Nobody reached out. So yeah. So Drew and Ralph are co-parenting. I ain't gonna lie, Ralph in that confessional, 2 things can be right at the same time. Ralph can be deplorable as fuck, but look nice in that suit. Honestly, and the producer's like, so you're outside. No shirt on underneath the suit. He just starts smiling. He outside. So Drew, like she said, we're co-parenting, fine. You know, that part of my life is great. But she's like, he's a narcissist. He's this, he's that. And mind, she even know what a narcissist is. Girl, you cannot be throwing out accusations and don't even know what it means. But I mean, I guess it is kind of refreshing that they can over here stomach each other after all the stuff the lady just revealed in that document. Drew, girl, you a good one. Yeah. We then see Kelly and Kenya at Kenya Moore's hair care spa. I like the fact that they're bonding over, you know, being an entrepreneur, and Kelly being a successful entrepreneur. And, you know, she's started the franchise, her business, but, you know, her husband trifling. And Kenya's just like, girl, what's going on with the bodyguard? She's like, look, you got a MARK, I got one too. So she was like, is he being violent? Is she this? She's like, yes, all the above. And it's crazy that, you know, he threatened her physical harm in court. And for me, they're like, yeah, we're gonna give you a restraining order. He gonna hold him in contempt.
No, let's hold him in a jail cell. He gotta go.
Not going to jail, bitch.
I think it's crazy. I've seen my mom be physically attacked by her loved one. So it's just one of those things where I don't condone any of that, you know, on either like women hitting men, men hitting women. I don't condone none of it, because at the end of the day, that's supposed to be the person that you cherish and love, is that you really walk down the aisle. You did this whole, I always feel like weddings are performative. I love them, but I always think in my head at the weddings, I'm like, when it's Mad Day, do y'all not remember this day that y'all proclaim your love to the Lord in front of God and the witnesses? Yeah, because I'm going to remember, like, damn, they were so happy.
What happened?
But I feel for Kelly that, you know, she had to go through that and be physically harmed. You know, her kids are involved in it. Like, it's just too much. And whoever this man is, girl, figure it out, nigga. And Kenya goes into, you know, the risk about creating a business. I'm thinking about doing a business venture next year, the start of it. Right now it's like a 5-year process. But it's scary because 1, money has to be invested. And 2, I'm just trying to make sure that I am smart, and it's a risk to it. You can lose everything. Like she said, she took all the money out of her child's college fund, because she's on TV, she's beautiful, she's a housewife, all these things. She'll make it back. Excuse me. But it's just one of those things where it's like, there's so much a risk involved with a business that you just never know. Like, if it goes great, cool, you make the money, you're living the life, cool, but anything can happen, you know? So I related to that as well with Kenya. Drew goes to the studio, and I hear Delulu in the background. Delulu is my jam. If y'all have not gotten to Drew's album, get into the album. She got a couple of songs that I'm just like,
You must be delusional.
yes.
Single again, like on the prowl.
Yeah, she basically talking to Dennis, like, you know, she's like, can y'all leave the room for a minute? Yeah, Dennis, what's going on between you and Portia? Because she's over here coming at me like I got an issue. She already know what the deal is, so you need to get the shit together. He was like, no, because when I was over here, you know, trying to talk to her, she was over here in Nigeria. Living it up. And my whole thing with Dennis is like, I mean, you were the person that should have had a conversation. Like, Drew said she reached out, all these different things. We know Drew be lying. But in this situation, like I said before, I don't feel like Drew owes Portia a goddamn thing. Because if Drew says she tried to reach out, cool, she tried to reach out. But I'm just looking at like something in this whole situation just don't add up. So I don't know. So we see everybody at the bank, and here we go. We see everybody at the bank, and you know, Angela's like, hello ladies, thank you for coming, this is so great. Oh my gosh, thank you ladies, this is so great. So Kenya walks in, she's the only one wearing not black.
Welcome to the Is this a runway? I thought we were wearing black.
And they're like, oh, so we're not wearing black? No, that's crazy, we're not wearing black. I mean, Kenya look fly, so I really didn't give a fuck. Everybody sat down at the table, and it was you know, real just girls just over here having a good time. Just like, girl, oh my God, what's going on? This is so cute. Like, Kenya, you're not wearing black. What's going on? You got a turquoise dress. She's like, yes, girl. I did not see the memo. Kenya, stop. Because on that invitation said black attire. Chic. So Shamia comes in with the olive branch. This whole episode, Shamia has been reflecting on, you know, calling old girl Miss Jackson nose, nosy nose, big nose, little nose, all that, right? So she came with a stick in a olive oil jar or bottle. I mean, I guess it was cute. Girl, you're just trying to, I mean, you could have made it look cuter, but to it just now. Olive branch, got it. And then she was like, yeah, you know, guys, you know, I'm working on some music, and you know, I love to sing. Like, it's just what I do. So there's a song I just did. I want you guys to listen. They're like, okay, yeah, girl, let's listen to it. So she plays Never Had. And they're like, baby, go ahead, relax. I was like, oh, that's like, damn. And all the girls were like, oh, the girl, this is cute, this is cute. Portia.
That Drew? Shamia, when's your part? Is that Drew? Drew sound good. Oh my God.
Is this you? No, that's not her. That's Drew. That's me. I don't know your singing voice. You gotta listen. You know that ain't Shamia's voice.
So after the song, Portia's like, that's Drew? Like, when was your part coming up, Shamia? And they're like, no, that's me, girl. So everybody in the confession was like, oh, Portia, you should know what your friend sounds like. Oh, girl, this... Portia seems like a hating ass bitch. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it now, because this is the third instance, just with Britt, this is the third instance of you low-key shading the fuck out of your friend.
Are you on it?
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Portia's being shady. She knows that's not one of my songs. We don't sound the same. You never heard your best friend's music?
And even if you didn't think it was her, if she said, hey y'all, I have a song that I made, listen to me. Girl, obviously it's her. So I'm just like, it gives hater vibe. I hate that Portia's going down this route. I do. Because Portia, you're going to be at fault for the dissolution of your friendship with Shamia. You look like a hating ass bitch, period. At the end of the day, you're shading this girl. You're over here talking slick under your breath. You showed up late to her over here video. You're trying to create this narrative, you and your mama, last episode, that, oh, why would Shamia ask them to ask you the question, knowing you're going through a divorce, knowing you're going through all of this? Why would she ask you this? Because Shamia not trying to be in it. It's your problem, and you need to figure it out. And when Shamia try to have your back and over here try to, you know, soldier for you, they gonna eat her up. So she gotta, like, you know, let me take a step back. So hopefully, Shamia, you use your eyes and you see that old girl is a hater. She hating on you. For real. Because I'm like, that sound like Shamia. Low key, it sounds like Kelly Rowland. But to it, you know. They asked Kelly about the proceeds for the Balmain party. And she's just like, you know, everybody paid. You know, some people came with, you know, guests, but didn't say they were coming with guests. She looks over at Drew, and Drew was like, what? She was like, she was like, he didn't buy anything. And she was like, well, you know, I wasn't really keep track of him. You know, I just had him come as my plus one, blah, blah, blah. She was like, well, he should have bought something. So then she was like, they were like, well, did anybody not buy anything? She was like, yes. They're like, who? She looks at Drew again. And Drew was like, I did. I bought a $2,000 blazer for my son. She was like, well, how am I supposed to know that? She pulled out the blazer, and she was like, oh, okay. I'm just like, it wasn't really that deep, but I'm just like, girl, you know, it's supposed to be about money. We get it. So Angela wants to, you know, play these games. And they ask questions to each other. You know, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, they love doing this. Let's ask questions. Portia claimed that she knew Angela's husband. And Angela's like, huh, what you mean? And Portia, she's like,
I ain't that one.
yeah. Angela's the tallest one in the group. Angela is thick boned with it. Angela look like she ain't really the one of the two. Leave her alone, right?
Really? Wait a minute. Portia, you got some tea? Let's talk about it. And even want to speak about her own marriage and her own relationship. Why would you mention my husband?
So Kelly basically tells Kenya, like, girl, like, Kenya, we want to see her panties. That was on her little card, like, show us your panties. She basically showed the panties. They're like, oh, Kenya, you got a fat little, you got a fat, you got a wop, girl. Like, I was like, it's just cute little, you know, whatever. So then all of a sudden, they get serious. When I say they, I mean Brittany. So Drew is another question. It says, Kenya, why are you so worried about happily married women? And Kenya was like, because I do. She wasn't trying to get into it. And you hear Britt on the side. She's like, but you do worry about happily married women. You do worry about happily married women. And she's like, I read my question.
Why are you over here so mean to Brett? You're so rude to Brett.
And then Kenya was like, girl, you're trying to have a moment. She's like, I'm not trying to have a moment. She's like, no, you're trying to have a moment. You're trying to have a big moment. And I get it.
Yeah, but we're talking about me, sweetheart. Okay. What do you mean, why? I have the floor, baby.
Okay, you want a moment. Have your moment.
This is not a moment.
Yeah, it's a big moment
How?
for you.
And Britt is just proceeding. Like, nothing happened for this to ramp up. She said throughout the other episode, she said, if something else happened, I know how to handle her. Nothing else happened. Even with the first incident with Kenya over here talking about the ring, it could be up to interpretation. She could be shady, she could be not, but it was the first time y'all meeting, so it's not that deep. It was never that deep. So now I'm just like, okay. Either something was cut out or Britt, you just look fucking crazy as hell. Because it just ramped up, and she was like, girl, you're trying to have a moment. And she was like, peasants can't come for the queen. She's like, peasants. That word took it over the edge for her. I'm just fucking assuming.
I'm not gonna play these childish games. Peasants cannot come for a queen. That was what? You said peasant? We have olive oil here. Please stop.
So then that's when, everybody just gets up and just disperse. They get their gifts, they walk out. And Britt is just over here just like,
yeah, this bitch don't fucking know me. Like, I don't got time. Who the fuck you think you're talking to?
You. But we just know, for the sake of the story.
You don't fucking know me. You gonna talk to me. You gonna learn today, bitch. You gonna learn today, bitch. I got whips. I got pistols for your ass, hoe. I got this. I got that. I got this. I got that.
I have so many things, though. This is a lot. I got pistols. Play them games. Black girl magic. I'll play them games. I got whips, pistols, everything.
Like, she was really just, trying to do her big one, I guess, girl. I get it. Kenya's there. She's the OG. You want to have that moment. We get it. Cool, girl. That's what I really think what it was. Angela sparred with, Shamia. Kelly sparred with Portia. And I think Britt was like, you know what? Let me get into the ring with these bitches. Let me show them that, I'm here too. I'm not the leftovers. I think this was performative as fuck. And I think that she stepped into a ring with Mike Tyson and she wasn't ready to get knocked the fuck out. And that's what happened, because you, correct me if I'm wrong, you alluded to the fact that you have weapons. And I'm a type of person, I work in corporate America. I am very professional with my life. Now, if I go out and I'm having fun, I don't do threats. I don't do none of that, because I don't know what that means.
You're going to jail, bitch!
I don't know what that means. Empty, open, what the fuck, every type of threat it is, I don't know what that means. So now, do I think Kenya took it a step further
And beyond?
Yes. But do I see why she was like, okay, bitch, you want to play games? Let's play games. I think Kenya should have took the route of going to the producers. If she did, she did. I don't know. They ain't gonna tell us. But Kenya should have took the route of going to the producers and be like, I don't want to film around this bitch because she over here threatened me with the blah, 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 blah. Cool. I think with the producers knew that, oh, girl said what she said, but they didn't want to kick her off the show because they just found the girl that just made the cast. We're over here banking for this to have the moment. I think the producers probably were like, Kenya,
Do your big one. We got you.
Kenya did her biggest one, and they threw it to the wayside. But we're gonna see how this fares out next episode, because I think that production probably, like Kenya said, I think low key, and mind y'all know that I just started becoming a Kenya fan last year, but I think Kenya might really be vindicated out this bitch.
Around here, and if you don't know, you gonna learn today. Today is the day you gonna learn.
So Tamron Hall, production.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Everybody that was over here, Kiki and the gagging the King got, left the show, whatever. I don't know. It's looking like it's gonna be into Kenya's favor, low key. But Britt, I don't see what the hang up is with Kenya, but girl, this Mr. Mark, it made no fucking sense. And you look crazy as hell. Get my husband. Okay, girl, we got him. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Brian Keith, LG, Black Butte. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let a God stop a y'all and break your head here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around, cause I excite ya. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go to